dreams. What are they? Are we supposed to try and accomplish them during our life? Or they're actually supposed to just be used for cliches and smart phrases and stay untouched? You can wonder as much as you want about it, but for me it's pretty clear, because my dreams aren't patient, they want to be accomplished. When I left Israel, I made my first step towards one of my dreams, crossing the Atlantic from east to west. I made my second step towards the Atlantic crossing while stepping foot on a boat for the first time and basically moving from living on land to living on sea. Crossing the Atlantic is usually divided into two parts. First, sailing from Spain or Portugal to the Canary Islands. There, most captains do their boat preparations for the crossing, and then, once they are ready to go, they go for the second part, the crossing itself. I decided to join a highly experienced captain, Eddy, for the first part, without knowing yet with whom or with what I will do the crossing. But I didn't really care, because for me, the adventure has already begun. And just like that, me and Eddy went on our way, and we sailed from Madeira, Portugal, to the Canary Islands. And let me tell you, this 3-day sailing was absolutely incredible.
Alone on the world.
Now it's probably a good moment to mention that sailing is also dealing with challenges and uncomfortable moments. How is the day so far?
Try to wake up from the coffee, so I'm very happy. And no seasickness on board.
No.
That's very important.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, so apparently I don't get seasick. I think I'm starting to get seasick. Okay, so I'm right now having a very bad seasick. I just threw up out of the deck. Yeah. Just need to relax. So just like that, in few hours, this exciting adventure turned into a nightmare. That one thing I was constantly warned about just happened. I felt paralyzed. I couldn't help with anything on the boat, and I could barely move. I totally felt like a failure. Worse than that, I felt like my dream is becoming a failure, and maybe it might just not be an appropriate dream for me, and I was aiming too high. Maybe sailing is not for me, and if I get seasick on the second day of a 3-day sailing trip, well, what will happen to me on a longer crossing? The ocean is way more turbulent. I was so confused, so I decided to just go to sleep and wait until the next day. The good night's sleep helped me to recover, I think. So far I'm okay, the coffee is not making any problem. After sleeping it off, I felt way better. And after talking with Eddy about it, I realized that getting a bit seasick isn't much of a big deal. The big question is how to react when you do get seasick and how fast you recover from it and get back on your feet. From then on, the rest of the sailing experience went very smooth to us. Sometimes we just let the wind take us on our direction and try to enjoy the tranquility, the water and the waves. And then, finally, after 3 days full of unique experiences, we finally arrived to the Canary Islands. Eddy, we arrived to Fuerteventura.
Yes, we arrived.
After a few minutes on the island, it was easy to say we were in a very beautiful place. But most importantly was how I felt thinking back on the past 3 days we just had. Although some moments in this 3-day journey were hard, no doubt that the pros are beating the cons, and that this small taste of sailing I just had made me even more eager to do it more and go further for longer crossings, which soon enough will also happen. Hope you enjoyed the video and see you next time.